He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Setting up for an approach shot here. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
And getting ready for the putt. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
Ball
so
hair.
Off the tee here at the par 3, not his best stuff, but still a chance to make the 3.
Yeah, that was a poor miss off the tee. Let's see if he can redeem himself.
And he's made the green. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
Oh my.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. So just getting started.
Fudge.
Even par so far. So par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right, par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Now the second shot to the par 5.
Oh no.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
My goodness, I was looking over there toward the green, and I'm having to find it over here.
Well, I mean, it was hit solid, but this is not even close. Sort of miracle putt.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch.
Burn.
Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
This
Holy fuck.
So 2 over par for the round. Now back over to the 4th. Frank, what have you seen in the early going from our featured golfer?
A little bit of a struggle, unsurprisingly, really. Rich, just a little messy. This wasn't to be expected. Time to sort of tighten all the screws there, have a rethink, and try and put some red numbers on the board.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. Careful of here, Frank.
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. I mean, the skill. And that was sublime.
Just good hands coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
Oh, come
Frank, he
on.
is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
And wait for it. Yes, 105 yards away. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the player's shots.
Playing the wind.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's that sneaky distance.
Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe yet another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Good swing,
And
good
bite.
shot yet again.
No bite. No bite at all.
Good clean contact,
What
nice
the
result.
fuck?
And a chance for birdie coming up. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Rough.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Where is this wind?
Well,
Supposed to
Mr.
push
Ball
that.
does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could pound very, very quickly, so now's a chance to just take a little
Where is
breath,
it dropping really
take a
now?
breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Nice putt, and now back to level par. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And this would be nice, 2 straight birdies. You couldn't ask for much more than that,
Poop.
except to make it. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he makes it for par. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
No complaints there. In the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a place where you can really sort of commune with nature. It's absolutely spectacular out here, isn't it?
I've forgotten how pretty it is. Canada, no disrespect, but Alp and some of the wildlife. The golf course is just beautiful too. The view. I mean, it's very easy to get distracted.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Makes the green in regulation. Just a couple of feet. There's a birdie. He's now 1 under par. Frank, we begin this back 9 with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Why are we getting no bites?
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
One under for the round. On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot. Little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
It certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again. Because it slopes back into the player's face, the ball's not going to kick forward.
This hit, what happened there, Frank?
Or the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Suck my dick.
He pulled it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker. That's fine.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, This is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But a down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Oh.
This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. That was not a very good read right there. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Steady, solid, at 1 under par right now. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. Now, this is a fairway you must hit.
Bird.
Good contact, good result.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly to the flag. So just a little lower than normal, I think.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Shot right there. Done.
2.
Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage.
There's the win.
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. We are about 170 yards from the hole.
Well, he's taking the right side out of play, Rich. It looks a little left.
Coming out of the rough, not able to control it the way he wants. Not quite where he was aiming. That one far to the left, but still on the green.
Well, this is a move. Watch me fuck this up.
Could it be?
Oh!
Go ahead and do that. What a putt. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
Those bunkers. These are what I want.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Come on, wind.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Now, Blake. Thank you.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
God!
Man,
He just pushed it.
boy, that hurts. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par for this one. Short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here.
Horses in the rough.
what is
Why
not
would
an
it not
overly
be?
difficult par 4.
That's a bit offline in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
He has this for a birdie.
Thank you. Hit a putt.
Things pointed to a good week. They're very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
I have driver in hand?
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he
What?
pays the price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Oh.
Headed for the bunker? Not his best
He's gonna
shot.
mess out
And now
this
he'll have
hole.
to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Oh.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh my, I almost missed that.
Finished the round with a 67. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.